We could think that basses or other low frequencies instruments don't have a great dynamic range, so they don't necessarily need compression like vocals or drums. But in reality, this kind of instrument may have a big dynamic range and they actually have to be compressed. Basses represents the foundations of the mix, and these foundations have to stay solid and stable. So if the dynamic range is not controlled, it can unbalance the entire mix. Compression also gives the bass more weight, so we can use it for this goal as well. Let's see a quick example of compression on a bass. Concerning the settings of the compression, like drums, we have to focus on attack and release. A rule we can remember is the following one. Every sound we hear has a wavelength. Basses have a bigger wavelength compared to high sounds which have a shorter wavelength. So with basses in the long wavelength, if we set very fast attack and release times, it can result that the attack and release are faster than the wavelength itself. And the result is a distortion of the sound like that. Some people would qualify this distortion as unpleasant, but it can also give an interesting effect. So for attack and release, what we have to remember is that setting the two as fast will distort the sound. If we want to stay away from that, ensure that at least one is not fast. Ratios can in some cases be higher than for other instruments, from 4:1 to 8:1, because the dynamic may be big, especially for live recorded bass guitars. But for bass synth, we can apply a lower ratio. The classic compression in series, that we know well now, is again a very nice technique on basses. We know the benefits of compression in series, I'm not going to get back on it, but just a little example. A technique to try for the control of low frequencies in the mix is to group kick and bass on a bus and compress that bus. It will create a pocket for the low frequencies and help them stand out, while giving them more impact and weight. Finally, we'll also have sidechain compression. If there's a lack of clarity and masking between kick and bass, we can use sidechain compression if we need more punch from the kick, using this one to reduce the volume of the bass. We already seen this type of compression, so you can watch again the sidechain compression video if needed. And don't forget simple compression with only one compressor and parallel compression as well. Every techniques are good to try here. So try out these techniques on your mixes, remembering that basses may need compression in some cases, but it's not mandatory every time. If you're not sure, just try and see.